P9, Episode 1. Leah Lux woke up in a completely unfamiliar virtual city. Purple mist covered everything, and the datamade buildings trembled. A message appeared. You have 72 hours to find the light core. Before Lux could react, a mechanical wolf emerged from the shadows. She quickly activated her energy shield, but the impact cracked it. Lux realized this was no ordinary mission. Every wrong step could erase her from the netverse forever. Taking a deep breath, she drew her weapon ready for her first battle. The battle with the raging wolf was fierce. Lux dodged its bite and unleashed an electric spark, stunning it for a few seconds. But she quickly noticed. Its eyes held no malice, only fear. She lowered her weapon and tried sending a connection signal. Suddenly, the wolf dissolved into data and reappeared as a silver-haired virtual boy. He introduced himself as Kale, guardian of the Light City's entrance. Kale warned her, "Someone is hunting the light core before you, and he's not alone." Lux felt a chill run down her spine at Kale's words, knowing that the hunt for the light core was more perilous than she had ever imagined. As she tried to process this new revelation, the air around them crackled with tension, and she knew time was not on her side. The battle with the raging wolf was fierce. Lux dodged its bite and unleashed an electric spark, stunning it for a few seconds. But she quickly noticed. Its eyes held no malice, only fear. She lowered her weapon and tried sending a connection signal. Suddenly, the wolf dissolved into data and reappeared as a silver-haired virtual boy. He introduced himself as Kale, guardian of the Light City's entrance. Kale warned her, "Someone is hunting the light core before you, and he's not alone." Lux felt a chill run down her spine as Kale spoke. The air around them crackled with tension, and she understood the stakes were higher than she had imagined. As they prepared to set out, her heart raced at the thought of what lay ahead, knowing that the safety of the Light City depended on their next move. They leapt into the portal, sucked into a swirling corridor of light. When they landed, they found themselves in a glowing forest trees, shimmering with streams of code. Kael pointed north. The light core is there. But the ground shook, and massive cables burst from below, wrapping around them. Lux slashed a few with her energy blade, but more came. Just when it seemed hopeless, a figure in white armor appeared, cutting them free. The figure in white armor stood tall, wielding a glowing sword, and cutting through the cables that restrained Kale and Lux. As the last of the bindings fell away, they looked at their savior with a mix of awe and gratitude, surrounded by the shimmering beauty of the forest. The armored figure introduced himself as Ceres, a warrior guarding the netverse's borders. He recognized Lux as the boundary crosser and agreed to escort her. They crossed the memory river, where memories flowed like water. Lux saw reflections of her childhood, her friends, and the moment she first entered the netverse. Suddenly, one memory drifted past, stained black. Ceres frowned. "The virus has touched your mind. Without the core, you'll forget who you are." Lux's expression shifts from curiosity to concern as she stares at the ominous black stain in the river, surrounded by vibrant memories that begin to dim in its presence. Ceres stands protectively beside Lux, pointing towards the dark memory in the river, with a grave look on his face, the surrounding environment reflecting a surreal blend of colors and light as the gravity of the situation deepens. The group entered the compression zone where data cubes floated, distorting space. Time here ran twice as fast. Kale found traces of the hooded figure. Lux pushed forward, but cubes exploded, sending shockwaves. Ceres shielded her, but his armor cracked. Kael pointed to a shortcut, across the empty data zone where falling meant erasure. Lux didn't hesitate. They would take the risk. With a deep breath, Lux led the charge, her heart racing as she launched herself into the empty data zone. Kale followed closely, knowing that hesitation could cost them everything. The cubes around them pulsed with energy, their explosions echoing in the surreal landscape. Ceres, despite his crackling armor, steadied himself, ready to protect his friends at all costs. Every moment felt magnified, time slipping through their fingers as they raced against destiny. Crossing the empty data zone felt like walking on a tightrope above infinity. Suddenly, Kale slipped. Lux grabbed him, but the pull was too strong. Saris fired his energy hook, hauling them both back. Before they could catch their breath, a deep roar echoed. A massive red-eyed beast emerged, the eraser weapon of the Black Code virus. The battle at the Void's edge began. With a swift motion, the eraser lunged its massive claws, slashing through the air. Kael's heart raced as he barely dodged the deadly strike. Lux shouted out commands, urging Saris to prepare for the next move. The trio knew they had to work together or risk being consumed by the Void's darkness. The eraser attacked like a storm, each claw tearing reality apart. Lux dodged relentlessly, searching for a weakness. Kael's code attacks failed. Saris slashed, creating an opening. Lux leapt onto its back, driving her energy blade into the data core on its neck. With a scream, the creature shattered into glowing code fragments. But Lux knew this was only one of many. The hooded figure still waited ahead. As the glowing fragments settled around her, Lux turned her gaze to the hooded figure lurking at the end of the digital corridor. The air crackled with tension, and Lux knew that the battle was far from over. With resolve in her heart and the remnants of her victory still fresh, she prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. They reached the mirror tower home of the Light Core. Its mirrored walls reflected not only their images, but their thoughts. As Lux stepped forward, her fears appeared in the glass. Failure, loss, loneliness. Saris reminded her, to enter, you must face yourself. Closing her eyes, she confronted the painful memories and moved on. The tower's doors opened, revealing the hooded figure holding a glowing shard of the Light Core. As the doors swung open, Lux felt a surge of courage. The hooded figure stood silently, the shard of the Light Core pulsing with energy. Lux knew this moment held the key to her destiny. With Saris by her side, they took a step forward, ready to face whatever lay ahead. The hooded figure laughed, declaring Lux was too late. As it absorbed the shard, it transformed into a massive half-human, half-data form, and the final battle erupted around Lux, Kael, and Saris, who struggled against the overwhelming enemy. Remembering the memory river, Lux activated Data Link, merging their powers into a blinding light that pierced through the foe, causing the figure to dissolve. The shard fell, and Lux caught it just as the world was engulfed in radiant light. Holding the shard tightly, Lux looked around, feeling a surge of determination and relief wash over him. Kael and Saris stood by his side, radiating energy from their hard-fought victory, their faces illuminated by the residual glow. The chaotic digital landscape began to transform, shifting from darkness into a beautiful, serene expanse, filled with shimmering streams of data and vibrant colors, signaling the restoration of peace to their realm.